Have you ever watched opinion leaders from the Insurtech and insurance space being surprised by all sorts of unexpected questions? No, right? And that's why we introduced InsurChat. Every episode features 3 guests that engage with each other on different topics than you're used to. A unique opportunity to get to know the brightest minds of Insurtech.
So I'm Tom van den Brulle. I'm Global Head of Innovation for Munich Re.
Great. I'm Bertina Bus. I'm Director of Digital Strategies at DIA.
Very nice to meet you both. I'm Steve Mendel. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Bought by Many.
I fall asleep, actually, most probably in every movie that I'm watching. Well, first, I find 99% of the movies I go to, I find exceptionally boring. I don't know. I'm not a movie sort of person. I'm not into this. So, what was the last one I saw? I can't remember, honestly. I'm not into this art at all, and I always fall asleep. I snore a bit, so I'm not going very often.
Too much information.
That's so funny. I just love movies and I love series, and I think it's wonderful to get transported into this different story and different world and experience that. But sometimes I do fall asleep, and the last movie was, what is it? Avengers Endgame, I think. So don't let my son hear this, but I hated that movie. It was just all the fighting, the different superheroes that got lost in it, and no, not a favorite.
Yeah, what's wrong with our children? Because I mean, mine, they're quite smart actually. I mean, they're a bit lost, but they're quite smart. But they love all this stuff. There's an Avenger. What's wrong?
So
with
my answer talks exactly this. This is like another one where we have a connection. So one night a week, my younger son, who's the only one at home, who's 16, gets to pick a movie that we watch together, my wife and I and him. And last week he picked the latest Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise.
Oh, good grief.
And it's 2 hours and 40 minutes long. And I mean, honestly, there's no storyline. And like lots of action scenes and chasing and car crashes and car racing and this kind of thing. It was really uninspiring. And I have to admit, in the middle of this action movie, I fell asleep. And I woke up. I don't think he noticed because he was so pinned to the television. He was like, but it was just like, I didn't even feel like I needed to say what happened because it didn't really matter.
My all-time favorite song is probably Porgi Amor, which is the aria of the Contessa di Almaviva from the first act of Le Nozze di Figaro.
Beautiful.
You don't fall asleep, believe me.
My favorite song, totally different genre, The River by Bruce Springsteen. So we lived for several years in the US, and having been there in New Jersey and having visited Ashbury Park, sort of makes the connection to that song even stronger. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go for a different genre again. So I'm a very big jazz fan. And like a really I won't. It's very hard for me to answer this question because I can only name one. So I think this just makes it very hard. But I think that I would say anything by Darius or Dave Brubeck would definitely be up there for me, which I know is not a song in particular, but I just very much enjoy jazz music and a wide variety of jazz music as well, not just just trad jazz. So yes, this is my Spotify playlists are all full of this kind of music.
Great.
If you want to go to a good restaurant, go to Scheltema in Brussels, which is a very traditional Flemish fish restaurant that do all the classic Belgian dishes in a astoundingly perfect way. and it's great to be there, and it's not too expensive. I love it. Yeah, and then you always have probably 1 or 2 glasses of wine too much, and then you sort of yeah, go for the mussels or go for the mussels when you for your first time, and the garnalen croquettes, which are sort of croquet. How would you call them? Don't know what it is in
English. Or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Sounds great. As soon as Belgium lets us back in, we should go there. For me, I think Vetri. It's like a small Italian restaurant in Center City, Philadelphia. I can still taste the flavors of some of their dishes. And that's, pretty unique. So great memories.
Good. Excellent. So I have a completely different answer all over again. I have 2 separate answers. Firstly, I have to genuinely say that when I have been the guest of Roger and Reggie, they have taken me to some amazing places. My all-time favorite meal was in the middle of the Van Gogh Art Gallery during DIA a few years ago, which was just for me perfect. Art and food in one place. This was amazing. A really lovely evening. The other thing I would say is that during lockdown, I told you that our family had been very much together, so we took a different night of the week, and each person owned a night of the week for making food. I did Wednesdays, and I made different curries every single Wednesday. So we have this Wednesday night curry night that's made by Dad, and so I really love that, and we've done different things every night of the week. So. It's a bit of different. I'm sorry you can't come. Maybe next time you're in London, I will invite you around.
That's wonderful. I love that idea of owning an evening and also mixing it up. That's great.
Totally prefer city holidays. I'm not a beach kind of person at all. Unless I do, I sometimes enjoy, but I want next on my list is St. Petersburg.
Oh,
I haven't been to St. Petersburg yet, and that's something. And actually, it would be a good language to learn as well, Russian. I think we all should learn Russian. When there's a next lockdown, I'm going to learn Russian.
For me, it's a city trip as well. Just the energy, the impressions of a city. That's so much more inspiring. Beaches are fine to take a walk or something, but not to kind of spend hours on end at the beach. No.
And it's really nice that we finished on this question, because I agree completely with both of you. I definitely can't do beaches. I'm not a beach person at all. I've never been to Russia. I would love to go to Russia. My older son speaks Russian and is desperate for a family holiday. And so St. Petersburg or Moscow. In fact, I actually quite like to go from Finland to arrive by train. That feels like a really great way to arrive into a couple of really great cities, rather than to arrive by an aeroplane, which just feels a bit like stark.
I thought we were supping there.
Oh, okay, fine, even better.
You know.
But
through Finland is a great idea, and there are the White Knights of Petersburg, where they theatre and they're doing opera, and it's very connected to the Finland part as well. We should definitely do that. Are you coming, Bettina?
Sure, I'll step along.
And I'll bring my oldest with, who can translate for us. I think that.
Yeah, that would be helpful. I think no Russian.
Well, great. We have a plan. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.